But here we go, ready to get this one underway. Both teams are ready, and we'll kick off map number 3 for survival. Get fired up now, leave it on the line because this is do or die for both. One more match later today. Let's see who's going to reign supreme. Buys are coming in. A little bit of a look right now. Art is opting to go for some util and drop as well. So the CT side, a HE, a smoke, couple of flashes and a kit for the attack. G2, oh, they've given the P2 50 to Monacy here. Nico and Alexi B equipping some util, and if Monacy can kick this third map off in style, maybe, just maybe, those 1x bet odds might come true. Four-man stance on the defense over towards A. Drop safe Yuri and K Serrato to defend top mid, and jumping for intro. K Serrato spotted a few.
Flash at the ready for drop. This could charge safe forward if the flash is popped correctly, but just holding with the crossfire with Yuri and safe right now in the setup, and drop alongside of him. This brackets control is very strong for FURIA. G2 are going to have to be extremely potent to take down what is waiting for them on this A site. Currently Caserado in the apartments. Numbers now show for G2, and Monacy's taking the first, looking for the second. Can't quite do it, but Nico will, and so the numbers looking good for G2.
Drops in trouble here, should go down. Hunter finishes him off now. It's just K Serrato on the site. Do they account for his position?
Playing in the close box, they begin to turn. He's stuck in this spot and still alive, but not for long. Hunter puts lead in his brain, and now it's all on Art left alone. Tries to peek around into the short side. With all that utility on his back, probably worth the save call here.
Yeah, just going to drop on back and hold on to those goodies. HE, a flash, and the smoke in hand. That's $800 spent that he can hold on to for the next round of play. But that was handled, and Monacy kicked things off with the opening kill. Now, if you missed Mirage, he was kept a little bit quiet. That's not what we want to see from the young star. Let's see what he really has to offer in the decider. This is where the pressure matters the most. So,
yeah,
going to be showing good face if you can continue opening kills like that. Towards the back of B.
Oh, well, nothing saved over for FURIA. They will lose the pistol and carry nothing over to the next.
Oh, Nico could have run to his body there and grabbed himself a little bit of a nade, but not to know as 1-0.
And looking at Monacy, we've seen his initial performances at this level. He looked very good when he's actually on the rifle, playing with the pack mentality on the T side. That's where he did a lot of heavy lifting. He's going to have to do that here on the T side of Inferno. Yeah,
it's going to be curious to see how they decide to operate on a map like this. They do have so many weapons, but a lot of the time, especially on Mirage, we saw some of the calls were just from spawn, which put them into number disadvantage situations out the gate. But down mid, we barrel. FURIA, they're going fast.
This is certainly fast, and Monacy has to get his gun out. Is at the ready to try and deal with drop. Takes damage on board, so sending his other force in. It's Alexi B to back him up. Good start here from G2, keeping it clean. This force by not really posing too much of a threat. Art trying to get in a position where he can deal with Hunter, but that is potent from Hunter.
Yeah, you couldn't have a better way to have an anti-eco or an anti-force scenario go on down. Everybody's staying alive, finding every single one of those kills. They're not retaining anything to be threatening into round number 3, and it should just be the USPs now for FURIA as they've been held at bay here early. XCB does take a bit of a tag. They're on the strafe out, but Hunter mops up the mess here. You can see the final kill onto Art, just trying to reposition with the scout in hand. Some light upgrades here, a CZ, a P250 and a HE. It's not going to be the most scary. Jax with the second mid molly towards the window is going to land. They're dealing with the banana control early, top mid control. Safe's actually jump peeking over towards the short side just to see if anything's fast. Up mid, the nade landed, decent chunk of damage there, but it's still difficult to see how this one gets out of control here. Everything is in favor of G2 for this one.
Timing there for safe to peek out long. Allows him to gain sight of Hunter. Jax now charging down into the apartments. Mac 10 is good for one, gets traded out by the P250, so Yuri now has that Mech 10 to play with. G2 now turning their attentions towards this B side of things. Caserrato playing from behind the fountain. Can often be difficult to deal with a player behind that, but Alexi B will do it. Helps Nico, he was stuck in a situation that he wasn't too happy with. And now we got to look to Yuri and safe. For G2, you want to try and keep as many numbers up here as possible. You don't want to lose an extra player. I'm going to try and build the economy to the point where it is growing exponentially.
One of the things as well is so far there's only been 2 kills coming on through within these first 3 rounds of play, and both of them have come through that of Yuri. So if Safe can just hang around here towards coffins and get one on the way out the door, right, he's going to well, get himself off the donut, as it were. Walks into Alexi B, and that's a nice shot. Nico, m0NESY, and Hunter had already all left the site, but I think they might want to hurry back over.
Yeah, running back, don't want to get caught by any pesky defuses at the start of this one. Safe will get dealt with by m0NESY. Just making sure no one's around this area. Just confirming that Yuri's happy to hold this MAC-10, and G2 will go to 3 at the start of Inferno. You mentioned over on Mirage, Chad, a big part of G2's success was the pitch rounds and the conversions, and they didn't really win a whole lot other than that up until the little run towards the end.
Well, this is their first chance to try to change the tune of that. I think Yuri might drop that MAC-10 over towards Art. If anybody's going to use it, it will be him. The rest combines their rifles, and Safe does have enough to get the AWP out. This got messy for a moment, but handled here, and we're starting to see more and more of the Alexi B impact. You saw it in the late stages there on Mirage on the CT side. Now, here in the early stages of Inferno, finding a couple of easy kills against the USPs. But back underway we go, and let's see. Art could go barreling down Banana with this MAC-10 in hand. He's set up to do so. Well, he holds him at bay for now, but still looking like he wants to get in the mix. They will subside momentarily. Deep utility through. And his MAC-10's not the most threatening, so here they come.
Yeah, utility bombarding FURIA back, forcing them into more recessive position already at the beginning of this round. So G2 will be happy with the banana control they've established.
Just take a little bit of a look at the radar, top left-hand side of your screen, and they're in the dark right now, FURIA. They don't have banana control, they don't have top mid control. They do not know exactly where G2 are positioned. Drop has a flash. Art's going to swing off it, and he's calling banana clear. So there's a piece of information taken back. That's key right now. Means that Safe, Kcerado, and Yuri towards A, what a trio that might be, should be on high alert for an attack coming their way.
G2 confirming brackets is theirs to work with.
He's drawn the rotation as well. You can see Drop. He's left Art over towards the B side of things single-handedly to defend with a smoke and a MAC-10. And the only kit in play is on the back of Art. Safe wants some info back top mid, and this is the right call. 38 seconds left. These late rounds seem to be plaguing G2 in certain scenarios.
FURIA sending a player back to B.
Make it 2. Safe's moving as well.
Oh, this is the perfect time for G2 to go. Now they smoke out Arch. Can Safe get on the other side of this quick enough? He spots the side of Alexi B, and that's going to be the kill for the Brazilian Alper. Now we look to the rest of the rifles to try and hold with limited time. G2, they have to charge down the site, and this is looking good. FURIA, they have Yuri and Kcerado, and the rifles are rapid. And Nico is left alone. His teammates just get mauled on the way to the A site.
I think it's going to be very difficult to break this A site, especially without an opening pick, right? Kcerado and Yuri, those two players cross-firing, site and pit, that is a scary combo. I think that those two are very, very solid rifles. Kcerado is awesome. I think that he is a huge fragger. So this is going to be a tough task if they're going to be able to lock down this side of the map. Great shot from Safe here, quick as you like. Alexi goes down, and then Kcerado, back's turned, able to pick up a few. The, well, M4A4, loud as you like, but still getting the damage done. Double AWPs immediately on the CT side here. Okay, okay.
Hunter charging quite quickly just to confirm Hall's control.
They would have heard the steps there.
And it goes. He's a little too deep for that to be too effective, but has sprinkled him down slightly. Now Kcerado, some aggression, changing up his position on the balcony. Hunter goes to see if he can get that opportunity. Not really capitalizing.
And they're both playing pit side right now. So balcony and pit currently is where Yuri and Kcerado reside. Drop's been rotated back. Art's holding onto banana control, and here's Safe again.
Yeah, Safe holds. Missed shot. Has to drop back behind the smoke again.
Wrapping on this.
And Drop is going to hold with the MAC-10. Close position to come into, and the MAC-10 is rapid to the kill, and certainly will be for one. Jack's the victim of it.
Still got to break this pit hold.
This is looking strong. Yuri and Kcerado, they can often be just so good at locking down the site. They did it last round. Just one this time for Kcerado. It's Yuri's turn to get more, and Alexi B walks into his domain. It's an easy kill for Yuri, but he has been chunked down, and Nico hunting him down eventually will remove him. And a lovely shot from m0NESY, swinging out from the site, has drawn the numbers down to just Art.
Is he going to go for this? Looks like it.
Well, he has to deal with a pit, and having Nico in the pit is a big advantage here for G2. Art can't focus on the site solely. If he makes any sort of sound cue now as well, he will be peeked upon, and that's the scope going out, and it's Nico swinging, but no kill. Eventually will. 4-1 for G2.
That was kind of Nico, giving a chance for Art to hit that shot, but eventually, will take him on out, and 4-1 the score reads early here. A great bounce back. So there you go, a gun round in the early stages for G2 here. Can they string multiple together? They can't be losing to a lighter buy or an eco scenario here. Yeah, drop just blind up. He does well to get one, and they do break this pit hold right here. Some good work from Monacy. He's got 2 impactful kills in this round. But it will just be the light pistols brought on through for FURIA, knowing they can get a full buy in the next. They've just some deagles, some P250s, a CZ, a little bit of utility in the mix here, but nothing potent enough to stall out the onslaught of Alexi B and Nico and Banana. That one smoke, channeling them up mid here.
Yuri's at the ready. Jax will take out Keserado's skull, so now we look to just a bit of magic maybe out of FURIA. Get a little dink out there from Safe.
Yeah, it's reasonable damage, all things considered, and quite early. So Hunter and Jax, they need to make sure they don't line up anywhere. Might be blown on over as they now head back towards Banana. So ebbing and flowing between these sites. Interesting smoke thrown. That tells the story that maybe Art is at Sandbag, and he's been able to scoop up another smoke. So they've given a lot of utility to the in-game leader on B here.
Oh, well, Art needs to cross over to the site.
He's done his job, right? You can see them trying to spam through the smoke. So this is going to stall out time until that fades, and then they can call it clear. That smoke actually helps. So thank you very much, Art.
A couple of smokes now being sent out by G2. Still no extra players over
push
here
that
for FURIA. Oh, Nico, a little tap, and oh, Nico, not the way that should have gone. Art through the smoke.
Remember, Jackson Hunter are low.
And they're barreling back into the pistol stack. 30 seconds. Drop has the first opportunity. Yuri does damage again, and then now softened up. Luckily, Alexi B swoops in, and Hunter will help him.
Saves quick.
Flankies around the backside. Nearly gets away with a second, but luckily, G2 recovered.
That's really quite intense stuff here. You can see it looks like the swarm of FURIA players are there, just unable to be lethal in terms of the damage. First time out called FURIA. Just want to discuss their options here. Guns are being juggled across and dropped. The AWPs are purchased on ARP. Double ops again, and double op setup on the CT side is very, very costly, especially if you're not saving rifles, right? If you're not saving here on the CT side and you lose side control and go for retakes with double ops, or you're losing them, that's not going to become a cheap little venture by any means. Round timeline on your screen, you can see how swimmingly this is going for G2 early. 5-1 scoreline. And remember, over there on the B stream, Astralis versus Fnatic, they have gone the distance as well. They're currently in their 3rd map. The winner of this game right here, right now, will take on the winner of that later today. 7:30, I do believe. And that will lock in one of our last spots for the Spodek Arena, kicking off next Friday. Here we go. What will this timeout net here? Drop an Art to defend over towards the B site. A 3-man hold on A early. They don't have any aggressive maneuvers, but they do have a deep mid smoke that's followed up with a nade. Not going to find a lick of damage, but the Util and Banana might. Alexi, only 2 damage done, and he still has all the room.
And he's held behind the half wall. Art likes to overstay his welcome sometimes.
They're happy just to leave him here on his own. So Art is actually taking a lot of weight on his own shoulders. He's the in-game leader. He's the one deciding that he wants to be here on his lonesome. So,
oh, what?
Yeah, you can see right there, the extinguish not going his way.
He's got a little bit of CSGO there, hasn't he?
Well, smoke is going to start to subside. And they're actually using that against Art to take this top Banana control. Still 4 staying towards the top mid for FURIA. So if G2 go back and play color by number Counter-Strike, they will eventually take mid control, and that's where they might just get shut down here. Remember, Fnatic used this against G2 to great success.
Good swing out from the flash.
Great swing out.
That's amazing, and that's Monacy down. And that's given a big advantage here to FURIA. 35 seconds left. G2 have to cut through so many players. They have to downsize this defense massively. It goes out from Boiler. Drop having to drop back in 25 seconds here. Oh, G2, this has to be perfect. They have to get everything going their way just immediately for this T side to get anywhere near the site, and there's just so many numbers here for FURIA. Keserado in the site, Yuri in the pit. How do you get into this with 10 seconds? Jax with a headshot. Yuri holding down from the pit, but Hunter's down and now needs to plant. Now needs to get the bomb down, and they've done it. They've turned it around. And just like that, G2 with a bomb down.
And this is the 2 AWPs. They can't go for this. We already painted the picture. This is so costly right here. When you go for an investment like this, not only is it difficult to retake, it just is so expensive. Breaking through in the final moments there. It doesn't look like G2 have any business winning a round like that, but staying cool under pressure, hitting the necessary shots, and they grab themselves their 6th round. Okay, G2, we see ya.
That is a really good sign moving forward. The fact that they're able to run it down that much, there were so many things that could have went wrong there.
Now, you can see FURIA in a part of the game plan. We touched on it just there about, well, this was something that Fnatic did against G2, but stay with the heavy mid holder and lock them out. Now, the double AWPs, right? Look, I'm not saying it's bad. Teams can definitely make it work, but I think it's hard to find success if you're not trying to manufacture openings, right? If you're not actually going out there searching for picks early, you can be dissuaded and pushed off the line by utility quite easily here.
And this is a way that FURIA have been playing to get the kills, and it's with the rifles that they've been more active with. Safe seems to be much more of a turret AWPer. He actually said at the beginning of his career, he's modeled his playstyle on ZywOo. So he's not going to be an AWPer that's going to be taking any ridiculous risks too often.
Hopefully not the ZywOo we had in the server yesterday. Hopefully the ZywOo #1 in the world, because ZywOo did have a rough go of things, unfortunately. He's a stud, but had an off day yesterday. Now another timeout called here. This time, FURIA need to talk through their options yet again. The loss bonus is there. They can drop the rifles across. The buy can come on through. The double AWPs retained. There's a lot of options here for the start of a round for the AWPs, right? You could try something funky, a run boost across mid, try and set someone up for a pick. You could get the banana control, post the AWP out with what I call the FURIA smoke, where they one-way at the car position. Take it aggressive in apartments, look and search for a kill around there. But beyond that, it's a bit more sit back and wait. So hits are here. Buy is good. 3 banana this time round. Quesarado joining Drop and Art, the regular B holders. And here you go. Art trying to use exactly that smoke.
Well, they seem to be really trying to make this open mid work as well. Safe getting boosted over the smoke. And starts to get spotted. m0NESY removes Art. Damage elsewhere as well towards top middle. G2 off to a pretty good start here.
Yeah, Mind Games behind that. Alexi pushing in. Spotted now.
He's still moving forward. He's still turning the legs. Drop's going to hold up on first oranges. Goes for the swing out, spots the arm of Alexi B, and it's just a whisker from death here. A little sprinkle, and Drop will have removed Alexi B.
Yeah, Alexi. Oh,
never mind. They've done more than a sprinkle.
Yeah, he's gone.
Not around. Quesarado with a headshot. Now Drop's turn, but he gets taken down after 1. At least he did get the 1, because now it sets up Quesarado to hold down the site. FURIA is still up with a player advantage, and G2, well, floundered at the moment, but m0NESY makes that difference. Shot lands onto Quesarado, and now a quick mid-play from Furia, as I nearly called him. But he comes back up through Banana, and the bomb will go down at Coffins.
Oh, this is a difficult 2-on-2 now. Damage done through the Coffin position, and now Yuri, as he slowly claws his way up Banana, the eyes are on from m0NESY, who's opted to go for the AK-47 here.
1 smoke left for Furia into this. Safe's trying to take a wide angle, but they're both pinned in the pool. Safe swings, misses the shot. Now maybe has to rely on a bit more proactive play from Yuri.
Here he comes.
He comes around the swing side. He has been spotted. Bullets whiz past him. Safe with a shot, and the rifle picks it up. And Safe is sticking it on the 10 seconds. He's going to hold it through.
They're retaining the double AWP as well here, so no dramas. It did look problematic, and curious to see that G2 wanted to continue to run into B, because early stages, they already knew that Quesarado was on the site, because he got that kill onto Alexi, right? So then they killed Drop, and then they know that Quesarado is still there. Safe had also rotated over as well. One of the luxuries when you know you have a strong pit anchor in Yuri that you can just leave up to his own devices on the other side of things. But G2 pressed the issue, and they're the ones that got pushed away here. 6-2. As I mentioned, the double AWP's retained, and that's a good one to win there for FURIA now. See how many they can string together in consecutive fashion, as Art, who has found a lot of impact for this team up until this point, is currently sitting 1-1-8. So,
and it's not like he hasn't been trying the same things, right? He has certainly been trying to force the issue. G2 just dealing with it well. Alexi B, I don't know how, but he's managed to avoid the blanket of fire and has come through onto the kill onto Art. That's a big opening for G2. But Drop has filled his spot very, very quickly. Are they methodical? Will they check this stone? Drop is going to hide in behind the car, or the barrels, as some of the newer fans will probably be calling that.
Well, that's a bait nade. That's going to bait him in here.
Yeah, that might just make them think that it is clear, and Drop He is looking to be unleashed. Safe elsewhere with a kill from FURIA. Out! Timing, but not a kill. Instead, it's Caserado, and it's two. Nico, Jax, they both go down, and now it's the charge forward. G2, with ill intent, look to remove Caserado from his position. He swings, and again, it's m0NESY that falls. Caserado with 3. He's done everything in a 4K for Caserado, and they needed that. They desperately needed a step up.
Yeah, beautiful stuff there, right? A drop is a jarring force that kind of forces them forward after he shows himself. Getting tricky with it there. Art goes down again early. I know at one point during that last map of Mirage, I mentioned his opening kill success. I think at one point I said he was involved in 9 opening duels and he converted 7 of them. All right, here, having a rough go of things, currently sitting 0 and 3 as far as opening exchanges go. So not the best look for Art, but regardless, they still get the round and they retain the double AWPs again. So we all know what the game plan here is for FURIA. Big greens as the pistols are out for G2 here. One more round and FURIA will just be 2 in the distance. Double mollies mid. There's no way up that avenue of attack. I always love how Nico's just, yeah, I'll get a deagle, and if I kill a couple, we can win. But for everybody else, you got the Glocks.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. I think it's super fair. I mean, Nico has this an ability to be able to pull something off out of nothing, it feels like.
Well, let's see if they can grab something this round.
My favorite thing about Nico is he's just kept the same deagle and the same stickers on that deagle for years. Well, got the old Mouse Sports logo on there.
Yeah, look, these skins are a piece of history now, really, when you consider
are.
how old some of them are. A little digital item that's, well, half the age of m0NESY.
that is wild to think about. That's really cool, though. In the future, you know, Nico retires, he can sell that for millions.
The original NFTs.
Yeah, the original NFTs, indeed. Art looking to...
This could be a confidence builder for Art. A couple of quick ones here. A couple of quick ones on the AWP, right? As long as he doesn't get swung and die, there we go.
That's quick, indeed. And now he has drop in. It's clean. It's clinical. And it's just Jax. 5 stay alive for FURIA.
Well, that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see indeed. So scoreline reading 6-4. Back in it now. That is 3 consecutive rounds on the trot here for FURIA.
Yeah, my coach, again, just scribbling down some notes. Just keeping track of everything that's going on right now. And FURIA still within this one. If they win this round, FURIA right back in this first half.
Yeah, what has Alexi identified as a bit of a weakness here? One of his classic calls in OG was going for like a 3-man halls pop where they would just throw util from mid. That's not going to work against Yuri and Caserado, who have dropped the deep mid smoke again. And this time they're aggressive, pushing through.
Oh, I love this. Caserado with a bit of spice to the round. Is Alexi going to be ready for this? Caserado sneaking up behind them, and it's an easy kill for Caserado. A second good as well. He just shakes their bones to the core, and now Nico trying to make something of this happen. Flash goes over, but ineffective, and Art will bring him out.
I think you're about to get bopped here, Hunter. Yep, whack-a-mole.
I love this call from FURIA.
Yeah, great. They have 3 players playing aggressive behind that top mid smoke. Might need to put some bullets down range when they see that in the future G2, because it is just Jax in a 1-on-4 situation with so much time. The best he can hope for here is a couple of kills to try and keep this CT economy humbled. But it's not going to be an easy task. Look how forward they are. And remember, double AWPs. So doesn't have teammates to help bait the shots. Util flat as well. And, wow, FURIA, they are here to play in map number 3. They are not messing about by any means.
And I think that's the perfect round to really show people at home what we mean when we say that FURIA play a difficult style. Usually when that smoke comes in, a lot of teams will just hold behind it. You're not really expecting them to charge down mid after you and flank you up banana real quick. So those rounds can be unpredictable, and when thrown in randomly at important points like this where you can snatch control of the economy, that's what makes FURIA a difficult team.
I think thrown in is key, right? Because I don't think we'll see them use that again unless it gets really desperate. You use that once a half, and then that smoke now becomes something that G2 have to note and be worried about every single round of play. Now, this was great. Nobody even noted his position whatsoever, so a little bit gimmicky, but when the gimmicks pay off, it looks bloody brilliant. Here we go. Art is now starting to get activated here on that big green, so just a light buy from G2, likely to see FURIA level things up here. We have 4 HEs in the mix, so when you go for a buy like this, you normally have the nades destined for a position, and if they continue their walk towards A, I would say it's going to be the bike. But you need to confirm that there's a player at bike first, and Yuri, well, he was in the boiler room. Looks like he's seen enough. Starting to backpedal now. Moving into a very standard hold here, so smoked off the apartment's going to play up on the balcony. Caserado's in the site. Yeah, they might just come around short with the nades in their hands and die because nobody is playing that bike position right here, right now. You've been spotted, and
How does Hunter get away with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, he doesn't. chases after
That
him.
almost feels a bit worse, doesn't it? He
Yeah.
felt like he had a second lease on life. Hold up a second. Nico during this has just opened up B. That's forced out of rotation. They're coming back over quite swiftly here. They have 3 HEs remaining, a smoke as well.
Could this be one of those Nico rounds? He's got the Deagle in hand, a little bit of a gap to play with on that left side from Drop's POV.
Repositioning is great here. Yuri now close top mid, so he can be the early warning system on all of this and can be a hard position to break him out of with just pistols.
Well, Yuri, will he pass this test? G2 with pistols looking to be potent. And Yuri holds for the first and will fall. Tech9 cracks open a hole in Caserado. It's a makeshift job, it's just one. As Nico removes his skull, and now we have to look to safe and drop to get themselves into this. m0NESY locking in the bomb plant. FURIA cannot afford to drop around like this. Safe coming back through short, but Nico on the bicycle. Peek up over the pit, luckily, will retain his life. Drop has taken out Jackson. They're just trying to hold back the AWP of Safe here. Nico's Deagle goes again, but this time falls, and it's all on m0NESY. Can he close it? His teammates have set him up, and m0NESY to close. G2, they do it with their low buy, they do it with the pistols, and that's the back of FURIA shattered.
That's what we wanted to see. That is what we wanted to see from m0NESY right there. A big 1-on-2 situation, right? We talked about his lack of impact there over on Mirage. It's still early stages for him in Tier 1 Counter-Strike, but in a round where he should convert, he does. Stepping up in a big way right there. His teammates cracked open the round with the pistols. He just had to close it down. So good to see the youngster here getting that level of impact. Still plenty of cash for FURIA here to go in with a buy. They have 4 rounds consecutively, so the bank was built. But that right there puts G2 up to 7 and puts them in a position where if they grab this one, they will break the economy of FURIA here and could even look at double digits. Maybe walk away with a 10-5 half on the nose here. This is a good T-hole now, right? If they got stalled at 6 after the way this started, all the momentum would have been with FURIA going into the second half. Now, no matter what happens in the next 3, you're going to feel like you've done the job, right? You're going to feel like you've done the job, and they've been looking tidy on pistols as well. So, G2, not far now.
FURIA still within this half. And again, it's important for them to try and claim as many rounds possible. They want the last 3. Let's see what their answer here is up against G2. Some utility being thrown down in Banana. Will it consolidate control? G2 looking to be assertive. That's causing more utility for FURIA to be used up, and Art will swing with it. Starting to clear out, spamming down, but here comes the flash, and Art, he's out of ammo. He's gonna go down, and Nico with a double. That cracks open the B site. How do FURIA get into this?
Well, Caserado is actually being given a bit of space here. They're not pushing the issues through the smoke. He's been able to rotate on over, but at this point, Art might just be telling them to save. The round does feel lost. Have stalled out and actually second-guessing things right now. G2 haven't committed off of the opening kills. They aren't going to run into the B site. Remember last time they forced the issue, and that's what lost them the round. But now, the hesitancy could be the undoing of them this time round as they sit and wait for a CT aggressive maneuver. Caserado has B on lock. Nico swinging out for a fight here is just making some steps to hold whoever resides at B in place. Safe will be the next play they need to get past, and a simple smoke will do exactly that.
They are going to smoke him out. In fact, you're going to throw so many smokes down on this A site. Full execute. Smoke doesn't actually cover off Safe's position. He gets the one. Goes down to Alexi B, so it's Yuri, and he gets caught. m0NESY ready.
Yeah, that should be it right there. Caserado, look, he's a beast.
Yeah, he is a beast, but sometimes the beasts can be tamed.
Yeah, I think he might want to cage himself towards the beast site, but Nico already starting to sniff him out.
Beast on beast. This time Caserado hits the headshot, but that's just his chance to fall back now.
m0NESY's quick on this. Look, you don't want to give away the AWP here if you are m0NESY, so it needs to be tethered slightly. Hunter and Alexi just making sure that Caserado doesn't go for a round like this. And yeah, you'd prefer to get it away, but better so not give up that AWP.
Yeah, he's just holding in case, you know, Caserado decides to come back down Banana for the save call. m0NESY would have that locked in, but I don't see him journeying any further to this B site. So Caserado should be able to carry this M4 over, and it looks like he will be. So FURIA unable to answer back to that G2 round. That puts them up on 8 on the T side. Things are looking very good for them, and now we've got to look to the FURIA economy.
Yeah, 1900 into this next round of play. So it is important that Caserado stayed alive here. That's going to be, I want to say the only M4, but I can see a world where Art just buys a silenced M4 as well. He has 4.1k, so he could definitely afford it. This was how it opened and basically ended right there. Yeah. Still went through the paces to close it out, so didn't just run into their demise. Used the utility to flush out Safe. And yeah, Art did exactly that. So he's gone for the silenced M4. So they're going to carry 2 through. The rest of them are going for a lighter buy. So in the final round of play, everybody will have a gun besides Art, unless they win this round. So how much impact can he find here?
Well, Casterado getting boosted up onto the ledge.
It's a powerful position.
Art's position also powerful if he is unchecked and uncleared, but problem is they have got utility.
Drop has 1 more flash, so they can do the alley-oop maneuver 1 more time.
Problem is right now, G2 behind the half wall.
12-12 over there on the B stream. That one is getting close.
Yeah, it's a barn burner. Art looking to burn the barn of Nico, but even though he's flashed, Nico's still clinical to the headshot. That's the rifle down. Those are one of the big shots here for FURIA. That opportunity now gone for Art. And it's not in a recoverable position either. They can't get that back.
No, Jax needs to scoop up the bomb, which he has. Hunter making sure nobody can push on the flank, and there's still a couple of residual nades here. Jax can come and re-smoke CT. Monacy could do that as well. Flashes, some mollies to work with, so should be no dramas. It's about protecting Caserado now. This is looking very, very good for G2. 9 is practically confirmed at this point.
Yeah, they've cancelled their attempt. Furia's chances will have to come in another round, and we look to G2's 9th T round. That is impressive, to say the least.
Yeah, and I mentioned before with that deep mid smoke, they might not use that play again because it's a bit of a gimmick, and but look,
unless they're desperate.
Yeah, and maybe that might come out in the next round of play. If the G2 see it, I'm sure they'll be on high alert for the final round, knowing that it's going to be a suboptimal buy. You're going to get 2,400 into the final round of play here for FURIA. So there will be a couple of dramas in the purchase department. Yuri with the Kevlar, he should be all right. Caserado can also drop a gun over to Art. So it actually works out, right? It works out because the virtue of these players staying alive. If they had all gone down, then Art would have been screwed. But Nico there just blinded on up, does get the kill and finishes things off. We're looking at 14 kills for Nico now, but the main story for me has to be Monacy within this half, 12 kills, right? He's actually finding some stellar impact as part of this, and it's necessary. If we want to see G2 as world beaters, he's an essential factor.
Oh yeah, and that clutch as well. This is the one that pushes them forward. You know, obviously Nico gets them into that situation, but we're set up to knock down, and Monacy did that, and now taking more responsibility to run up Banana. Not getting the chance to shoot though.
Oh, okay. This is all a ruse here. There's 4 players top mid. Art has well, left B for now just to go back and scoop up some nades. So if Nico wanted to continue to push the issue here quite quickly, Art would have found himself out of position, but the buffer zone is there. Comes back over, limps out some more nades. That's going to split the pack.
Well, Nico gets beyond the molly. They use a smoke to use it up, and Art might be under a lot of pressure here. He swings out and nearly catches Nico. Art crosses back to the site.
Hasn't called for a rotation here. It's still just Art.
Smokes out, thinking that's going to buy enough time, and it has. Just forced G2 back. Looks like they're going to set up some utility here. Swing out. Oh, Caserado didn't get the info.
Yeah, look, if they just execute B, this could be tidy here.
Could be very tidy, and now they're rotating a player back. It's going to be a second there alongside Art to see if they can get anything done here. It's another smoke.
That's it.
Oh, that could be another delay tactic, but no, I don't think it's going to come down in time. Jackson already threw it. Art down. Smoking towards CT and safe while he has to continue to move forward, but to get into this round, it takes a monumental effort from FURIA, because now they have to play retake.
Oh, bomb yet to get planted, and that's fortunate. Caserado and Yuri are still yet to move from A. Drop thread over.
That's a big kill.
He had a chance.
That's a massive kill, and FURIA don't really have the utility to clear this out. You don't have mollies left in anybody. You've got a smoke and a flash. That's all you've got to get back into the site.
Look how late Yuri is. He's still only making his way through CT spawn now.
This is a disaster. FURIA looking so unlikely they get anywhere near this. Alexi B good for one again. Caserado realizes he has to clear out the coffins, and Alexi B is good for it. It's just Yuri. 1v3. Tap on a Jax. They're split, and Nico has the shot. 10 rounds for G2. They're putting themselves in pole position to head to that decider matchup in just a little bit. We'll see if they can close it, or will FURIA pull the comeback?
planting now.
Like 1 HP.
I'm planting.
Watch it up, Nico. Coming.
Small pit. I have a small pit.
Take headshot.
Up there.
Nice.
One or two.
Watch a short. I'm going to bike.
I have you long. He's short, man.
Nice, bro. Big boys.
For G2 as they look to try and step forward here in Katowice. You can hear how they just transition from English into Serbian. That's something that likes to be noted on. Doesn't have to micromanage this team. The comms are fantastic, and that is why he gets to play with his talent that he's never been able to use before. For FURIA, it's now an uphill battle to deal with that talent, and they've got to do it on the T side.
Yeah, this is G2's map to lose right now. CT side, got to lock things down. Jack solo B, 1x bet odds favoring the international squad, and down mid they trundle. Lexi B's quick on this.
Okay, Serrato sits back on the ramp. Flash is going to go forward. Arn and Banana separated from the rest of the pack. He needs to do something here, and Jack's trying to jewel him out. Neither of them
Getting
coming out on
flanked.
top of this, and finally,
They're in the pit, they're in A.
And they're into the A side. They've dived down. Nico's come in, good headshot. He's looking for a follow-up. It's another headshot for Nico. And Drop and Serrato tasked with a 2v4. They try, and they try as they might. It is now just Drop, and the might of G2 will take them down as they go to 11.
Oh, another pistol round for G2 here, just setting themselves up to close this one down as quick as you like. They've been great as far as these pistol rounds and conversions are gone. Let's see if they could do it again.
They've been really solid in those pistols, and that's really hurt FURIA. You know, over on Nuke, they were able to struggle, but it's on Mirage, they were able to dance with it and come back into it, but it feels like a different beast right now.
Yeah, G2 are looking scary. It's not a force buy, it's
Art buy.
yeah, and they always seem to paint a pretty picture. So let's see what Art can manifest here with a Galil. And Kevlar, he hasn't even bought the head armor here, so...
Problem is he hasn't done a whole lot in this map, Chad.
Precisely so, and oh dear, it looks like the B-Stream game is going all the way. 14-14, neither Fnatic or Astralis relenting here. That one might be decided in overtime. Guaranteed all 30.
Shoot to survive today at Katowice. Nico clears out Banana. Log's empty. Information passed on. FURIA's numbers now lean towards A.
Okay, trying to get tricky with it here. The boost over the smoke. Art spots the elbow.
Odyssey will go down too thick for his own good. Headshot there for Art.
Okay, well, that's an opening. How much more can they get out of this? Because around this Galil is literally just some Glocks and util. Art spots another. A couple of more warning shots go awry. Hunter and Jax drop back as Nico and Alexi push down Banana, trading places.
And this is cutting off options now for FURIA. They go under a minute. Still Art, the player with all the pressure on his shoulders. The onus is on him. It was. Now the Galil is thrown away.
Yeah, wants to grab this rifle off the ground. So the FAMAS is scooped up. They're working with two now. Long is the only weakness. And mid to B is the biggest gap you can see, but 35 seconds left. They have to make a decision.
Hunter's just going to play inside of the site. That's info picked up by Art. Now Jax peeking up from the bicycle. Art doesn't see him. Jax certainly will.
They're going to come through this smoke. They have to.
And look at the Banana play as well. Up middle, Jax has done well. His reinforcements now arriving, and FURIA is starting to feel like it's been stifled.
Nico's run all the way back to B here, so there is still a chance.
Well, they're running onto the site. Hunter, MP9, starting to rattle away.
can plant.
And Yuri has taken him out. A bomb plant and the advantage. Alexi B in the apartments.
They're all in the site.
Nico's coming back. FURIA all occupying the site itself. Yuri in the back corner. Serrato alongside of him. Drop plays from the box on the left side. Alexi B falls. Not like this. Surely not like this. Nico has no kit, no utility. Just a FAMAS to claim this one. He has no info. He doesn't know all the players are inside of the site. He goes into the fight. Good first one on him. Second picked up. And now just one more for Nico.
Needs to be quick.
He needs to be very quick indeed. And oh, Drop swings out. And that is a masterpiece. Just the Art buy, and it has given FURIA a chance at least at the start of the second half.
That is crazy. That is insane. You go back to Nuke where they went around with basically Glocks alone, and this time it's just a Galil purchase, and they still get across the line here. The only gap was the biggest mystery for G2, and that's what actually forced the rotation back from Nico towards B. They got into the site, Hunter not able to get anything done, and that's a miserable one to lose right there if you're G2. Yeah, facepalm. You can't be losing to 4 Glocks and a Galil. Back against the wall here. A force buy from G2 to give it their best crack.
Yeah, Alexi B out with a Swag 7. We'll see if he's able to get anything done with that. Well, Nico, I hope he likes itchy grenade for lunch. He's chowed down on that. Hunter moves forward.
Yeah, not the tastiest morsel here, and Caserado just on the other side. Flashes forward. This time Hunter gets the opening here, but can't pick up the rifle.
It's a bone rattler here with a CZ, and yeah, like you said, just unable to really upgrade that.
He's stuck right now. They can't bail him out either.
Oh, he has to commit to the fight, and Art will best him.
Okay, well, Nico is still low on this. Art and Safe now have top control of the banana. Yuri and Boiler drop around top mid. Alexi playing it, overtime there on the B stream.
And a couple of sweaty fans, I'm sure, right now.
Regrouping and back to B might be the play here. They still have 2 smokes. They can smoke Coffins and CT, go for a standard play, Molly back towards Emo, or they could go for New Box and the flash and go. Well,
Nico.
maybe they're just going.
Nico from Coffins can often be a disaster, and he has found himself one. Now he looks for a follow-up. Looking to brutalize his opponents in Monacy, and Nico go down in a foul swoop. And yes, it is a Mike 7, and no, I don't think it has much of a shot. Alexi goes through, drops headshot, covers off the opportunity, and now just Jax.
Oh, interesting tact there from Alexi, but he will hand that one over to the enemy forces here, and you're right, just Jax to hold on to the dig. Well, if there was anything that was going to fire FURIA to get back into the game, right? You talked about maybe the lack of impact from Art within that first half. Even though he's only got 6 kills, his impact is setting them up for a comeback here in this T side, just with that little round alone. Jax seeing if he can do some more damage. The answer is no. Drop will do exactly that. Drop him to the floor. 13 kills for Drop. Showing he has his worth within this team. 12 for Yuri. 21 kills for him. Alexi and Monacy 12 apiece. And well, Hunter and Jax have been kept quite quiet during all of this. Has to be the full eco right now. G2 were in the best position to close this game. They were in the absolute best position, right? It wasn't even a full force fight. They just had to get through a mandatory round to put themselves up to 12. It would have been a 12-5 score, and now it's about to be 11-8. So how quick the tables turn. 5 AKs out here.
FURIA are going to be loving this.
Oh, aren't they just? There's a lifeline.
Yeah, they're still in it. Again, I would probably favor both of these teams moving forward in the next matchup. Fnatic will be difficult, or Astralis. You know, those two teams certainly going to be difficult. And they have to decide how that one's going to go.
Yeah, overtime, I think it's quite fitting. The back and forth nature, as I was mentioning a bit earlier, how streaky starts Fnatic were getting in the games. Well, maybe not streaky, but...
Well, they're getting very strong starts in this series, at least, and kind of losing control of it a little bit.
Well, this round is done already. You can just tell by the positions taken up. Minute on the clock, and they're already starting to constrict on towards this A site. Safe. Precise work with the AK-47. The USPs are gone, and just 3 more defined here. The bomb needs to be scooped, but I think Caserado has this one handled.
Yeah, I think so. Nice and easy. Caserado making sure they are taken down. And they will be. Have you seen much of Safe, Chad, before his FURIA stint? Did you watch much
I
of
heard the
his
hype
teams?
around him. You know, I watched a couple of the Safe highlights, but I didn't get to see too much of him until really joining this FURIA roster. It's interesting, right? They were quite the team, quite the force, especially when Henny was on the roster and they were running that double AWP setup where Art would get to do whatever he wants and then Henny would clutch out the round. So it's going to be hard for Safe to fill those shoes because Henny was a beast when doing so. But if he can, that's when FURIA starts to get exciting again.
Well, let's see. Buy round back for G2. A little bit of aggression from Hunter. Are FURIA going to be ready for this? Monacy looking to back him up. Hunter unleashed. It's one. And the Hunter will be the hunted. He goes down quite quickly, but Nico makes sure he avenges his fallen cousin. It's 2. And now dropping Yuri. What can they do here? G2 with a massive round start.
Oh, just one of the keys with Nico, when he's given an opportunity like that, right? They did all that mid play. He's not set up to get those kills, but he's able to make the most of the mess that is left. So good work from Nico, who is low, needs to drop on back, continuing to do the lion's share of the heavy lifting here for G2.
Just gonna hit that from the likes of B. Yuri halved in health.
If they execute B, it is a 2-on-2. This is still possible right now for FURIA. The Brazilians aren't done just yet in round number 20.
Is Nico and Alexi B here. Gap on the left side.
Intentional, I think.
Well, Alexi B is going to try and pull a drop into it, and it's worked well.
Yeah, cheeky little one-ways right there. You're never safe around the smokes, as it is just Yuri left in a 1-on-4 situation. Residual cash is there, so Yuri has a few options. He can just save, and we saw them doing a lot of saving on the T side of Nuke, or he could try and do as much damage as he can now. Right now, it looks like save might be the call.
Yeah, I think he's going up into the safe house here in the apartments. Lots to do here. I think you've got a kitchen, a couple of amenities, and also around the corner you got some CS 1.6 sometimes.
What does Yuri strike you as? Do you think he's a cook?
I think these guys are good enough to have a chef.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, the PC's not on right now. That's what mine used to look like, big old CRT.
Oh yeah, those things, they could kill you, man. If you drop that on someone, that's a weapon right there.
Yeah, heavy for a 14-year-old to be carrying around to BYOC lands, but we still
Everyone's
did it.
jacked.
Yeah.
When's the last time you opened up 1.6, Chad?
Just the other day, actually, just to reminisce on how people seem to think it was, well, is still better than CSGO. Those people are deluded. The game has come an awfully long way.
Rose-tinted glasses mentality when you look back.
Indeed. It's a timeout here. This is the last timeout of FURIA called, and there are still so many rounds of Counter-Strike to be played here. So the fact that this is the last time that Gary has the opportunity to chime on in, this needs to set the tone for the remainder here of this half. 4 rounds the difference right now. Money is still there, so it is a pivotal point. You can understand what they need to talk through. AWP in the hands of Safe, AKs for the rest. Alexi probably going to be wanting a bit of a drop here, and yeah, we need to be keeping our eyes on this because loss bonus for both teams into the next is only going to be 1,900, right? And it's going to be hard to split a full buy for both if they do come on the receiving end of a round loss. That was an aggressive maneuver from G2 to make that last round work. See what they opt to go for the next round of play. Deep mid-smoke from Monacy thrown on out. 3 players defending the A site. Nico is heading over towards A. Into Boiler here, so another aggressive maneuver.
Ooh, Hunter swings out, good headshot. Yuri is not going to like that.
One and done, and that was so passive. That was so passive. He was all the way back down near T-spawn of alt mid, and that channels them straight up banana. They want to get a move on towards B here, FURIA.
Good molly from G2, that slows them for the time being. But FURIA continuing to move forward with intent. Monacy is in a good position to try and shut this one down. The first is good as he butchers Casserato into the ground. Alexi B swings out, but Art takes him out of the round, and now it is down to Monacy to buy some time. Nico swings out, it's 1, 2 for Nico, and finally dealt with by drop. But he has to do everything here. He has to remove Monacy, and he is so quick to the trigger. 13 rounds for G2, and now it is looking so good for them to move forward.
Oh, still beast mode here. Nico, absolute beast mode from him. 25 kills to his name, 119 ADR. This is a beautiful game from him, just getting it done, pulling his team across the line here. Yeah, just multi-kill after multi-kill. And you can understand the reaction. It's an aggressive second mid maneuver, but they're not quick enough to get on in. Nico understands he needs to help out the AWP player of Monacy, and he does. And here we go into the next round of play. Yuri, the hero AK, equipped the rest into just some pistols. Well, they did it with just a Galil. Now it's Yuri's turn to try his luck with a solo rifle. We're on board with him as he makes his way up second mid. It is a 2-man A-hold with Monacy and Jax currently perched. Hunter rotating back over now, so he will get here in time to back up his teammates. They are doing the silent jump up into the window room. Not to give away any sound cues.
Oh, Casserato through the smoke. Alexi B will happily collect the first.
Well, last time when they knew there was second mid aggression, they reacted quickly. You want to do this at the tempo of Yuri, who isn't the quickest of maneuverers.
Always run out.
They did get the space at least, so smoke long. Territory taken.
Oh, didn't look towards pit. Lucky to be alive, really, that.
Gonna test arch side. There's 2 here, Monacy and Alexi.
Yeah, it's good players to be that. They come around, Monacy. He'll pick up the first safe down, and now FURIA charging into the meat grinder. Monacy's in and closes it with 3. Massive round from him as we now look to 14-8. We have to see FURIA buy up here.
Monacy's been the sidekick to Nico in some of these situations, right? I know that was against lighter pistols there as well, but he's got himself up to 17 kills at this juncture, and you can see they're just the shooting gallery down towards long. Perfect flashes, really good stuff. And they collect the rounds. So this one feeling like it's going to simmer on out here. G2, they've had to battle hard, but they're looking to survive. Remember, this isn't them in the Spodek. Still one more best of 3 later today against the winner of Astralis versus Fnatic, which is still raging on over on the B stream.
Difficult day for these teams. Hunter
again
loves the mid-aggression. This time, Monacy backing him up.
Bullying him now.
He is having a field day. Just 1. At least Art is able to trade that out, but Nico's pushed down Banana. And he has been berserk so far. Aren't they going to check him? Art, he's going to walk right past. Nico's let him walk on by. And he might just get a second. No one's checking Nico. More kills. Hits 1 for 1. Good check from Yuri.
Oh, they're in B. They're in B.
And they're in the B side. Alexi B did not do much there at all.
And he knew it must have been coming. Yeah, right, Nico's calling. The art's already crossed, and Alexi's just gone on down with the pants around his ankle.
That's it done.
Yeah, they have to save. Look how low Modesty is. It felt like Nico had won the round through positioning alone.
So we have Hunter in the initial round, goes down mid, gets the first kill. Nico lets them run on by.
He gets one and done, but it's Alexi's death. He must have been on high alert that they were coming.
It had to be. The bomb even walked past.
Okay.
Well, okay, well, that was 15 for G2, it felt like.
Another one that's just gone awry there. The
Life
G2 have
support.
a couple that they might need to go back and watch in the VOD review.
Well, angry family member hasn't turned off the life support yet for Furia.
Yeah, they're still going. They're still kicking along here. Loss bonus for them. Well, it doesn't matter. It's about to be win bonus. Guns can be dropped. They can get the purchases coming on through. How many more lifelines do they need here? It is another chance.
It is, and the problem for Furia is they have had these chances. They just haven't been able to string them together time and time again. And the problem here is they still have to deal with a significant buy of G2.
Yeah, you feel the conversation after that one is, we know we should have had that, but check this. It says Yuri. Yuri's clearing it.
Yuri is clearing it.
Come on, Yuri, man.
He doesn't trust his teammates, Chad.
That is ridiculous. That is actually... that is ridiculous.
That is just wild.
Okay, well...
Yuri's that kind of guy.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Triple check it. That's what you have to do. Oh, here we go, Furia. That's your chance. Now, are you going to capture it? Utility bombarding Banana from both sides. Furia don't have too much resistance here. G2 are not playing around top Banana just yet.
Actually able to retain quite a bit of map control here. You got Modesty over towards short with the AWP. Hunter's jiggling over towards long. Banana is argy-bargy as they push back and forth. And, well, there's some more fourth from the CTs as the top Banana utility lands. Oof. There it is, ladies and gents. Fnatic, they're going to be gutted with that one there. They were the team to actually send G2 down to the lower bracket. They have been eliminated here at IEM Katowice. Nico.
He's going to be waiting around. The smoke at the car. Nico wanted to reveal his opponents, but he did not want them to bite like that. Keserato removes the head of their biggest player, and now Alexi B goes down without a fight as well. G2 can't afford to go for this. It has to be the save call, and Drop is in a position to try and make it expensive as well.
Yeah, they can't make too many sound cues here, or Drop will punish this. Honestly, over towards the trash position at long. Art starting to run down mid here. Might get cleared out. Jackie Boy hasn't cleared the boiler room. Now, they need to escort Modesty out of play. Drop seems to sniff them out now and should have a chance here. But look at this, like ships in the night.
Okay, sneaking up, Jax. We'll find 1 and 2. Both of them down. Very good stuff from Jax. Actually upgrades to the AK as well, but the forces are not relenting.
Yeah, Yuri's still coming here. So Jax is going to have to be ready and raring to go for more as Bomb, 5 or so seconds left. How far does Yuri want to push the issue here? Money, it's going to be there.
Oh my, that's how he does it. Okay.
Cheeky.
Jax.
Yeah, and that actually has huge ramifications because otherwise Modesty and Hunter, well, and Jax as well, would have all been able to drop a rifle. Now they're actually going to be short one. So that's why we do see this timeout coming on through and a chance for G2 to talk things through with Xtaz, the coach. But this also allows Gary to get back on the mic for the Furia side of things. And now that it's only 4 rounds the difference, it starts to feel doable for the Brazilians who haven't given up just yet. They've been putting on quite the showing here today. I think for almost everybody playing at home, it has been G2 as the clear favorites in all of this. But Furia have been putting on a show. Now, we've seen the aggressive maneuver a couple of times. Hunter barreling down mid, Nico pushing down for that banana control. They've even done a play where they show themselves in second mid window and take a duel all the way down T-pole mid.
For whatever team progresses here, at least they know Astralis has had a crazy long series.
Yeah, both of them are going to be tired.
Yeah.
So that's a positive.
It's not like their opponent has, bashed up the other team and it moved through to the decided matchup. So at least that is a positive for both these sides who have had to fight tooth and nail in this one. And it keeps on going. Modesty taking a bit more of a risk this time. A bit more responsibility on his shoulders. Unable to get anything from it, but they're hanging around here. And Nico, he's done damage, but again falls to Keserato.
A couple of deaths here to Nico, top banana. He has been the impact player for G2. The fact he's gone early, they have to work without him. And in such a key round, they fully invested. They dropped the rifles. This is going to be hard to win.
You know that Nico is going to be frustrated by that. You know when a player realizes he's the star of the show, he's the most impactful player. When he's going down in rounds that he can make the difference, that is going to be extremely frustrating.
Here they come.
Now FURIA turn to A. Jax, he has been quiet, but can he step up from the pit? His teammates are with him. It's Hunter taking down Caserado. Jax with one as well, and now G2 will turn the numbers to their favor. Art with a shot through the graveyard. Jax spots the player on the box, but no kill. And now m0NESY leaping through the smoke. aleXi taking matters into his own hands. And now it's just Art dropping back, AWP in hand, and what a round, what a recovery from G2.
Crazy move from G2 there, just to brute force through those smokes, take the fight, and catch FURIA off guard. They're normally the ones with the chaotic plays that pan out in their favor. This time round, they're on the receiving end, and Art knows he has no option but to drop back and save. Needs to hold on to the AWP. It's going to be one of the only key weapons they'll be taking into the next round. Their loss bonus has bottomed out. It's only 1,400 into the next. And they're going to be in a rough spot to close this down. Hunter and Jax, they held them at bay until the rotation got in point, and that is with the early death of Nico there. So the rest of the team has stepped on up and bowed them out in a bad situation.
I love how m0NESY and aleXi just dive through the moto smoke. Impressive stuff. G2 realize this is the moment. This is where we take 15. One more, and they have stepped into this decider matchup.
Oof, are we going to go overtime here as well? Here's the big question. FURIA have already beaten that of Astralis in this tournament so far. So if they were able to pull this upset off in OT, they would go into that matchup as the favorites against the Danes. But they need 5 consecutive and then overtime to get themselves there, whereas G2, just one more round needed for them. And it kicked off with that kill. This is Hunter and Jax. They're isolated on the site. They're doing their absolute best here to try and make this one possible. Bought enough time for this crazy push to come on through. m0NESY whipping through the smoke with aleXi alongside. And here it is, the final buy. A MAC-10, a Galil, the saved AWP, and a couple of AKs. Can they get it done, FURIA?
Art with the first nade around. Utility for FURIA. They do not want this to be their final motions in Katowice. The alleviate pressure of Banana. Go silent for the meantime. Clearing out this close position. Forcing back possible position of the AWP being held, and they will clear sandbars, but m0NESY tested first. Quick shot, and now they're running it down. FURIA looking to move through. Nico with one, but m0NESY is now sitting at the back of the site. Pressure on the young man's shoulders, and Caserado will kick him out. FURIA onto the site, 3v3. Caserado's on 1 HP. And G2 have utility. They throw the itchy in, safe down to 21. They are so low. Yuri's flank.
This could be everything right now. Yuri could win this round right here and keep FURIA in it. No one's accounting for this.
He's coming around the backside. They're letting him make the play. Jax walks around the corner. Yuri's flank giving up. aleXi hits the shot. Safe still in the sight. Fragging out, but it's all on him. Spots the barrel, jumping around the corner, and Safe will hold. This time's ticking, and Hunter brings him down to the defuse. He will run, and G2 move through to the decider matchup. They are going up against Astralis to try and continue this one forward and take their spot in the Spodek. They have taken down FURIA, and they will stay alive in Katowice.
Hard-fought battle here today. Nico, 27 kills. They gave him enough time for his team to wake on up and help them get across the line.